Does the instruction from the Jerusalem Council in Acts chapter 15 give any indication that Gentiles would later on be required to observe the whole Torah? Part 2. In Acts chapter 15 verse 19 to 20, the Jerusalem Council determined that no greater burden should be placed on the Gentile converts than to abstain from things contaminated by idols, from sexual immorality, from things strangled, and from blood. In Acts chapter 21 verse 17 to verse 26, James reaffirmed this decision to Paul, demonstrating that the council ruling did not increase to more laws after it was initially made. The fact that the ruling continued to be upheld shows that the argument claiming these 4 instructions were simply an introduction to the rest of the Torah lacks support. But why then is it mentioned in Acts chapter 15 verse 21 that Moses was read in every generation in every city on every Sabbath? The answer lies in understanding the origins of the 4 instructions. The Book of Jubilees, written approximately 2 centuries before Christ, significantly influenced Jewish thought and behavior towards Gentiles. Though not part of the biblical canon, it reinforced the importance of separating the Jewish community from the Gentile influences through the retelling of the Genesis and Exodus account. The teachings of Jubilee that Jews ought not to eat with Gentiles likely contributed to the mindset that led Paul to confront Peter in Galatians chapter 2 verse 11 to 13, where Peter and others withdrew from eating with the Gentiles when men from James arrived. Beyond the Noahic command in Genesis chapter 9 verse 3 to 4 prohibiting the consumption of blood, Jubilees chapter 7 emphasizes that all nations were also instructed against idolatry and sexual immorality. This is significant as in contrast, Jubilees chapter 2 verse 13 prohibited the Gentiles from keeping the Sabbath to highlight difference between the Israelites and the Gentiles. Given this backdrop, it is reasonable to infer that the Jerusalem Council recognized the Jews reading Moses in the synagogue every Sabbath would be scandalized if the Gentile Christians who profess the Messiah ignored these 4 basic universal laws according to them. The Council's decision sought to strike a balance of not burdening the Gentiles converts with becoming Jews through circumcision and to avoid unnecessary offense to Jewish communities in cities where the 2 groups interacted. Like and subscribe for more 2-minute biblical rebuttals.